permanent tissue are made up of cells which have lost the ability to divide. They take a permanent shape to perform some permanent function. They may be living if nucleus are present or dead if nucleus is absent. So they are of three types: protective, supporting and conducting. Protective cells with thin walls found on the surface of roots, stems and leaves, example epidermis of leaves or Koch cells. Supporting tissue is of several types. The three most important ones are parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma are thin-walled cells, oval, circular or polygonal in shape. Usually a single large vacuole is present, found in soft part of plants such as cortex or in pith. Here you can see from the cortex of root, thin wall and single large vacuole is present. From potato you can see a small vacuoles store starch and granules of starch and small vacuoles. Parenchyma cells may store food as in potatoes, you can see here. Provide temporary support to the plant. They provides temporary support to plants. Some parenchymatous cells, particularly in leaves, contain chloroplast and terms as collenchyma. Collenchyma helps the leaves to produce food by photosynthesis. Collenchyma means glue. Collen means glue, made up of cells which are elongated and cell wall is thickened at the corners. It is found in the leaf stalk and below the epidermis of stem. The tissue helps to support the part of a plant. Here you can see longitudinal view of collenchyma and cross section. Now sclerenchyma. It is composed of long, narrow cells which have become dead. These cells develop with thick walls due to deposition of lignin. This tissue provides strength to the plant. It is found in leaves, veins of the leaves. Here you can see sclerenchyma, longitudinal section and cross section. So the above three categories, namely parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma, grouped as simple tissues, means they are made up of only one type of cells. And now the conducting tissue are called vascular tissue, provide passage for water and dissolved materials to move up and down in the plant. The xylem, phloem are the two types of conducting tissue xylem cells. You can see here xylem and phloem. Xylem are elongated and thick walled. These cells are in the form of tubular passage. They provide for upward movement of water and dissolved material absorbed from soil by roots to other part of the plant. Older xylem tissue forms the wood and does not participate in transport. You can determine the age of tree by counting its annual rings, and actually are xylem rings. The xylem tissue consists of tracheous vessels which are named as tracheary elements, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. Tracheates are made up of elongated dead cell with large cavities without any contents. The cells are placed end to end by forming a long tube. They have the lignified cell walls. They provide mechanical support by developing various types of thickenings in the walls. Xylem vessel or tracheae are long tube-like structures for transporting water and dissolved minerals. Xylem parenchyma consists of living parenchymatous cells associated with xylem. These cells serve for the storage of food starch. Here you can see varieties of shape of tracheates. See elongated and pits are present here, and simple perforation plates. Here you can see multiple perforation plates. These are xylem elements. Xylem fiber are made up of dead sclerenchymatous cells. They are thick-walled, long, narrow cells with tapering ends. Their main function is to provide mechanical support to the plant.